Today I'd like to discuss the big question that does the fat come back? And all the studies that I've read say that the fat does not reproduce. So the fat that you had when you were a baby is the same fat that you have when you're older. Now the difference is that the fat cells, when you diet and exercise, they don't disappear. They don't magically burn away, or they're not gone. They're still there. They're still the same cells. What they do is, if you lose weight, they're going to shrink in size, and if you gain weight, they swell up in size. So that tiny little cell that you may have when you're a baby, when you're 40, 50 years old, that same cell could be huge because it's swollen up. So with the liposuction, the amazing thing is that we physically remove those fat cells. And we'll remove upwards of 70 to 80% of the fat cells in a given area that we're treating. Sometimes more, just depends on the individual. So all the studies, if they're correct, say that fat doesn't reproduce. So we're going to remove 70 to 80% of fat cells in a given area. Can you still gain weight in that area? Yeah, theoretically you still have fat cells in that area. Just you're going to have about 20% of the fat cells that you had before. So the likelihood of you getting as big as you were before in that given area that we treated and removed 80% of the fat cells is very unlikely, and you really have to work hard at gaining a lot of weight to make the difference of where you were before. Now with this said, if you do gain weight and you're not eating right and you're not exercising, you will gain weight still, but you're going to gain weight wherever you have fat cells. So if you have 80% less fat cells in the area that we treated, let's say it's the stomach, you're not going to gain the weight in the stomach. You're going to gain the weight on your thighs or your arms or wherever else you gain weight or wherever else you have fat cells. So keep that in mind, that liposuction is not the end all. It's not a way to get away from dieting and exercising. Dieting and exercising are still important and still going to keep you healthy for the long run. But hopefully with liposuction, it'll just make it a lot easier for you to maintain the results that you already have.